this is Debbie Davis. I'm doing some updates. I've been away from South Dakota now, staying away for my safety because of certain things that I reported there. And I just had I've had all kinds of multiple problems with the police and in different areas that I've been since I reported my sheriff, who is a criminal. And apparently he's had other police target me. And so I just had a situation happen where I was just in a restaurant for 15 minutes, and I had my dog taken out of my car for no reason. It had water, the windows were down. So now we have a criminal situation going on with the Henderson Police Department, animal control. And I went in there, and I was sitting there asking them what I needed. I gave them the appropriate documentation that they needed, and they refused to give me my dog. So I'm calling them now, and we're gonna see what the situation is today, what they're gonna request.
Reached the City of Henderson Animal Care and Control Facility, servicing the Incorporated City of Henderson. If this is a human, life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please listen carefully as our menus have changed. If you are calling to report an animal emergency, such as a bite or attack, an animal running at large, have a stray animal for pickup, or need to report animal welfare concerns, including vehicle confinement, press 1. The shelter is located at 300 East Galleria. From Boulder Highway and Galleria Drive, go east 1/2 mile on Galleria. Shelter hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Please note that our adoption kennels are closed. The shelter is located at 300 East Galleria. From Boulder Highway and Galleria Drive, go east 1/2 mile on Galleria.
I'm just trying to
Shelter hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I'm just trying to call this number here
Please note
and
that our adoption kennels are closed
do
30
an
minutes
option
prior
4,
to the shelter closing.
and they're not picking up.
We are closed on Sunday and all municipal
They told you to
holidays.
call this number and then they don't pick up.
You have reached the City of Henderson Animal Care and Control Facility, servicing the Incorporated City of Henderson. If this is a human, life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please listen carefully as our menus have changed. If you are calling to report an animal emergency, such as a bite or attack, an animal running at large, have a stray animal for pickup, or need to report animal welfare concerns, including vehicle confinement, press 1. To leave a non-emergency message or complaint for animal control, or are responding to a notice of complaint from animal control, press 2. If you You have reached the City of Henderson Police Department.
Conveniently, they don't pick up and let us know.
Voicemail box. Our officers operate primarily in the field and retrieve messages as time allows. As we
They
are busy
conveniently
running
don't
calls
pick
for
up, and they
service,
have my dog,
certain types
and they
of
won't release
requests
my dog.
may not receive a return phone call from an officer, even though your request for service is being addressed. Failure to provide the requested information or requests to be anonymous for barking dog complaints.
Okay, my
will
dog
result in your
had a
request
big
not
bowl
being
of ice
able to be
water,
processed.
and the windows were
Please leave a
down, and it
message
wasn't
here
hot
including your
here.
name, address, and telephone number. Please also include the address at which the incident occurred.
Hello, this is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Calling you back from South Dakota here.
Yeah.
Hey, visited with Todd, our social worker. Just kind of ran everything past him, and he just said, I could try and see. Do you know if it was Dr. Renner that wrote you a letter for a therapy dog?
I haven't officially made it a service dog, but it is. She is my service dog.
A therapy or a companion dog? Did he write a letter or anything like that for you?
No, that's what I'm.
Okay.
That's what I'm requesting because I'm an 80%, and I haven't done the yet, but she is. She
Okay.
is. She
Well,
is my therapy dog. I've had her for 7
right.
years.
Yeah. They kind of look at now. All states are kind of getting a little strict that there's a difference between service and companion or therapy dogs. So there's a lot of gray area there. So I thought if there was a letter he had written for you, I could fax it to wherever for you. But if there's nothing in the chart, Todd said there's really nothing we can help with.
Well, then I'll have him write one.
Yeah, and I won't know until tomorrow if he'll be able to because he won't be back. And I'll have to ask him. I was hoping you maybe were getting a spec because it looked like in February you were supposed to see him. It looks like it's been since over a year since you've seen him. So
it's not. We've done phone. We've done it by phone because I'm 4 hours from him.
Right. The last phone visit, or actually this one wasn't the phone. This happened to be in person. Was July, and then all the phone ones were before that.
No, they were not.
So,
I talked to him just a few months ago. You're totally in the wrong.
Okay.
I've talked to him. Okay. It's only been a few months. He's
okay. Let me look then. Let me look. Sorry.
You're completely in the wrong. I won't allow you to lie. This is my
health.
health.
I'm just probably overlooking because I'm looking at for in person.
I talked to him. We did CBOT from Aberdeen, and we've done, and then mostly just by phone. And then he sent me that actual tablet where we did it over the tablets. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I don't know even where you're getting any of this information.
Do you do My Healthy Bet? Do you get on and do My Healthy Bet on the computer?
What is that? What is that?
It's where you can get in and look at your chart and see everything.
Oh, why would I need? Why do I need that? For what?
Well, then you could see what I'm just looking at, like April 26th. I tried to call veteran to schedule a no-show from April.
Yeah, because I had to leave the state. I had to leave the state, and he knows the situation. Why I had to leave the state.
Please let me explain here. And so then it says called and spoke with veteran. She wants to do computer to home. So that was in April.
So that's April of just
this
year.
Rescheduling. Yeah. So now let me look. So now I'm just going back. So April is April 11th. Looks like he called you by phone. So he would have to be the one to write it if he's going to write it.
Mm-hmm.
And he won't be until tomorrow.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So I won't be able to tell you anything. Hopefully you can deal with them today and get it back today and not need it. But if you need it,
I was telling her, the other girl, okay, I looked up the law. You can't just take a car from an animal from a home or a car unless there was no reason for it. I had a big bowl of ice water and the windows were down. This is illegal what they did. We're not talking anything normal here. And plus the dog is on special food. You don't take a dog unless you know it's health. You don't just take somebody. It's animal kidnapping.
Yeah, and I kind of mentioned that to Todd too.
No, this is animal kidnapping. I looked up the law. It says that you can't. Right. You're not supposed to enter a house or anything without a warrant just to take a pet. And there should be like multiple complaints. You can't just, some people pay thousands of dollars for their dogs. They can't do this kind of thing to people. This is illegal. Yeah.
So you're not having thoughts of self-harm, are you, Debbie?
No, but I'm furious at these criminal police. Right. I have a criminal cop police in South Dakota where I filed multiple complaints, and now I've had like 5 incidences with corrupt cops since then. Like he's getting people to target me. I'm not playing any games here. I know exactly what this is about. This is about the criminal police because apparently when you file a complaint against another sheriff or something, they have other people target you. This is wrong. I'm not playing. I know exactly what this is about. This is about me filing a complaint against my criminal sheriff, and then all kinds of other police he's had target me. And then I'm in there, and I'm saying I'm trying to be calm, and I'm saying I'm giving them my ID, like they asked, and they made me wait like an hour and a half, just messing with me, being smirking and everything. And I said, what seems to be the problem here? Why are you taking so long and everything like that? And they're like, do we need to call the police? Do we need to call the police? I'm not joking. This is the animal control. They're trying to call the Henderson police for no reason on me. Like this is something wrong here. This is like they purposely are messing with me. The way they were smirking, you don't mess with a disabled veteran like this. You don't do this kind of thing. This is not a joking matter. And then my neighbors here who have dogs, they said that the same woman has come around, and this is like a scam that she does. It's a money-making scam. She's done this to other people. So I mean, not only is it's called extortion, and it's called animal kidnapping, and I'm not tolerating this. I don't need an attorney. I know the law, and what they're doing is illegal, and I need help.
So that's what Todd was saying, our social worker. He said it sounds like it's legality. Unfortunately,
It's not legality. It's my mental health, and I need Dr. Renner to write a letter. I don't care what the legal thing says. Uh, yeah, I'll just have other veterinarians look up the law, other animal hospitals look up the law and say, okay, you want me to get call 5 other animal veterinarians and let's see what the law says in Nevada, because I already know what you did is illegal. So do you want to play games here? Because I'll call every vet hospital in the county. You want to play games with me? I already know what they're doing is illegal. I know my rights.
Well, I'll put a note into the computer, and I will co-sign Dr. Renner. And like I said, you can always go to the local ER and see if somebody there might be able to write you one today, even if I don't know how close the local VA hospital might be to you, or even a clinic.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's an idea.
I'm being serious there. I'm thinking maybe there would be something close that somebody could do something for you today,
Okay.
because they can look at your records. That's just a thought. Otherwise, I'll still put in the note to Dr. Renner, and I'll co-sign him, and then you just call tomorrow if you're still needing that, if you didn't get it taken care of today, okay?
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Debbie.
All right. Bye. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is all involving. If you remember, I did the last videos I did in South Dakota was involving my criminal sheriff and who we filed. And I've had, so since then, and since I've been on Daniel Lee's show, I've been harassed by the police at least 4 times for no reason. Just being randomly harassed and pulled over. And now this is just another form of harassment, police harassment. They are just looking for ways to try to arrest me because they don't want me to talk anymore. They don't want me to be on any shows. It's mostly, it all started, of course, with what I reported in the Arizona Guard. And that base was a criminal operation. And so it all started there. And then they made my life living hell in the military. And then since then, they've made my life living hell. They get criminal police after me. Of course, there's a difference between the good police and the criminal police. And this is not what I'm saying is that all police are involved. But there's a big section, just like there was in the military, of bad soldiers. And there's a big section of bad cops that are out there and that need to be weaned out, that have taken bribes and that are secretly part of criminal operations. And these are the kind of people that they've had harass me. This is the kind of harassment I've gotten. When right after I was at Daniel Lee's interview in February, I was doing that interview from Fargo, North Dakota, and I have a friend there, and then I was driving home to my home in South Dakota. It's on the borderline of North and South Dakota. And I drive this one county road to my house, and I forgot the exact name of the county road, but it was near Wishick, North Dakota, and it was right before, I would have, maybe 10 miles before I would have gotten home or something, and they purposely did not plow the road. It was a huge snowstorm. It was like 20 below that day. There was no warnings. There was no warnings put out or anything. It was fine when I first started driving home, and then it started getting really bad a couple hours in, but there was no warnings on the road. There was nothing blocked off. And they purposely didn't plow this one county road, and so myself and a couple other cars ran into a 3.5-foot snowbank. So my car, the front end was completely torn up, and I got hit so hard that my belt broke. So my belt of my car broke, so my heater didn't work. So I was sitting there freezing to death, and I can't call the sheriff because I know it was the sheriff that did it. So we can't call the police. And one guy that also hit the snowbank, an older gentleman, my understanding is that he tried to walk home to Wishick, and he ended up getting hypothermia and ended up in the hospital there because of this. I mean, I know my story sounds crazy, but I have proof that all of this happened. I have documentation of the police report and everything, and so I will say more about that, and I'll put the evidence up. So anyway, this is what happened to me there, and my understanding is that guy ended up in the hospital with hypothermia. I don't know what the status was, but I ended up getting a hold of some county people in that area, and the county workers got me out, dragged me out, and but then and then I requested payment from the county to fix my car when I finally got it out, and I couldn't drive it. I had to pay for 2 nights at the Wishick Inn when they were trying to fix my car and then the belt, and it just got, and there was a couple things that were broke, and I never got any reimbursement from the county in McIntosh County for what they caused, and they never took any accountability. And I said, well, clearly, if you're not going to plow a road, you need to mark the road off. You need to block the road and let people know that you can't drive in there. It has nothing to do with us trying to keep up with some kind of a weather storm or something, a warning. We already know it was snowing. It says you just need to be careful. Unsafe it just said be careful driving if it's a weather warning. That just means you need to be more careful. That doesn't mean you don't get to plow the roads. The city and the county were not doing their job, and they almost killed myself and a couple other people that hit that. Okay, so I mean, what is happening to me is beyond criminal. It's the one guy, I don't even know if he survived. He was just trying to walk back to Wishick. He didn't have a cell phone because he was an older gentleman, and my understanding is that he was found and passed out somewhere and taken to the Wishick Hotel with hypothermia. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that's happened to me since I've been on Daniel Lee's. It's just been nonstop police harassment. For a while, I was in Idaho, and it was fine for a while. I've just been trying to, lay low different areas because I can't until this criminal sheriff and these different incidences we're having in our county are cleared up. I can't live in my own home, and it started with the National Guard thing, and the criminals officers in Arizona got the sheriff involved, and then when I did that video and I started going public with my whole story, the harassment got like 10 times worse. Okay, then it started with that, but then I was fine for a while, for several months in Idaho, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got pulled over. I was not given a reason for my arrest at all, or why they pulled me over or anything. And I said, "Excuse me," I said, "I'm going to call 911. What is going on here? You have to give a reason for pulling people over, or he said, there's a warrant for my arrest." I said, "For what?" And he wouldn't give me a reason, and then he physically pulled me out of the car. This was in Blackfoot, Idaho. I got physically pulled out of the car and pushed up against the car, basically assaulted by this criminal. It was Officer 604 in Blackfoot, Idaho, and it was the sheriffs were. I had 4 sheriffs behind me. There was a female sheriff that was watching the whole thing. And so I got wrongfully arrested, and they never gave me a reason why I was being arrested. And then I'd been charged with. I was on the phone with 911, and I said, "Why am I being pulled over? I have a right to know why I'm being pulled over." And he physically went in and grabbed the phone out of my hand. He opened up the back left door because I had the door locked and the windows up, and I was on the phone with 911. And this criminal police officer opened up the back door on the left, grabbed the phone out of my hand, and literally started pulling me by the hair out of the car. Okay, this is the kind of thing I've had happen to me. I'm not making this stuff up. I mean, nobody can make this kind of stuff up. This is insane. You know, you know, I believe it's because of the human trafficking that ended up, you know, being found involved at that Arizona Guard base. I believe that's why I'm being so harassed, because it seems to be all involving that kind of thing. But I haven't reported anything on any of that for years, and I haven't, you know, I think they just don't want me talking about any of this and what really happened at that base and what really happened to me there, and how there was murders there and different things like that. I think they're just trying to shut me up, is what the main thing is. So anyway, I was wrongfully arrested, so I was given a charge of resisting arrest and misuse of a 911 call. So apparently in America, we're no longer able to call 911 without beginning a charge of misuse of 911. Okay, so this has to stop, obviously. So, you know, obviously, this is criminal, what's happening to me. And so now that happened in Idaho, and now I'm in somewhere else. And I have my dog, who is been my companion for 7 years, who is my therapy dog. I had her illegally taken from me on Friday. And so it's the Henderson Police Department and Animal Control Bureau, 702-247. Let me get the number here. 267-4970, option 4. It's the Henderson Police Department here. See if you can see it. Okay, they're the ones who did this today. So see if you can see this. So, you know, my dog had a big bowl of water. My dog had a big bowl of water in there with ice water. I had gotten the ice water from the restaurant that I was in, eating for like 15 minutes. It only says that they can take an animal if it's in a confined area or it doesn't have water. You know, if it's being endangered. All of the windows were down. The dog was not in danger. It was not. There was a big bowl of not just water but ice water, and I was not in. It's not like I was in somewhere for hours. I was in for like 15 minutes. Okay, so this is criminal. What's going on here? And if anybody can help call this illegal department, I would appreciate it. And report them or whatever we need to do. I would appreciate it. I was sitting there on Friday. I had given them my ID like they requested, and I kept asking, what else do you need? And they just, I was sitting there for like 2 hours. This happened at like 2:30. I got in there at like 2:30 or 3, and they just fiddled around for 2 hours, not giving me my dog, and then they said, oh, we're closed now. Okay, so I was there, like giving them what they needed and requesting what they needed, and they gave me no reason as to why they wouldn't give me my dog back. This is criminal at this point. So if anybody can do anything to help, I would appreciate it. My number is 651-767-2892.